Hey, hi, it's Meredith. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining me. I'm here with our message for the 11th of March, 2020. We are using the Wheel of the Year Tarot. This deck was calling to me. If the door had been open on the tarot cupboard, it would have thrown itself off the shelf. It was that intense. And look, we had a lot of cards come out of the shuffle today, so this should be interesting. Reminder to you, the March readings are up on the channel, so do check those out. Watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you don't know where your signs are placed, go to Cafe Astrology, type in your stats, and get your chart, and then come back and watch. All right, let's get into your message today. Your card from the bottom of the deck, the overall theme. Death card. Wow, the Death card is really making quite an appearance for us lately. Okay. Pausing. Guides are whispering to me. Yeah, we're wiping some stuff off our foundation. I feel as though we are the Death card today. Simultaneous endings and beginnings. I feel my intuition is perking up around something that we're really ready to swing that scythe at. We're ready to chop something down. Take it right off the foundation, because either in excitement, we are feeling fulfilled at the completion of something, and it's just something that's so ready to go for us. Or in relief, I feel we may have come to some sort of revelation through the retrograde. And, you know, we've had a lot of messages recently about being mindful of where and how we invest our energy. And for some of us, I'm feeling this Death card is a deliberate ending on our part, so that we are not investing energy or as much energy in a situation or circumstance. And this could be thought energy. This could be something that you have been turning around and around and around in your thought process, in your feeling process, and perhaps you've just finally reached, in relief, the end of it. You pulled that last little thread and had the aha, I've been putting energy here and it's just not of service to me any longer. So you swing that scythe at it, and yeah, it's like taking the pebble out of your shoe, isn't it? There's so much relief there. Let's see what it connects to. Strength card. You know, this card is so interesting in this deck too, because typically you see a woman with a lion and they have reached an agreement with one another. She's not going to tame the lion's not going to do her in, right? But here you see a man who reminds me of Hercules wrestling with a bull. So there's some element of struggle here, and both of them are strong. So here is a great artistic representation of what I'm saying about the Death card. We may have been tangling with something for a while in our thoughts, or we have been, well, that's an interesting way to put it. My guides are saying contributing ourselves into situation, circumstance that feels like a struggle. We're coming up against something equal in strength to us, and there's no yield here between us and whatever the other thing is. Situation, circumstance, could even be a relationship. Okay. We'll see. Next set of cards, two here. Yeah, 8 of Cups. All right. I feel here, look, you have a person walking away. This is a card of leaving good circumstances for even better circumstances. 8s in tarot are movement. So whatever it is on our foundation for us, I actually feel this is relationship related. We've been making an investment, and that investment has created struggle for us. And we're setting it down. We're taking it off the foundation and we're walking towards something better. The 8 is always towards something better. There's some bittersweet energy here too, because I feel that the 2 people on the card represent divine masculine, divine feminine within self. And we've had to take action here and have the wisdom to know when to stop. Just to simply stop. Come to stillness and let go of this here, this inner struggle. Take it where it's relevant to you. My feeling is the retrograde will have made it obvious to you what it is you have been struggling with, and just take your hands off the horns and step away. And some part of you is going to feel the bittersweetness of walking away from something you've put a lot of energy into. This is why she looks a bit sad. And my sense of it here is this aspect of us, we're seeing the back of a person, and he's not necessarily looking up either. He's looking at the path in front of him. So one step at a time, I feel. We dig deep into our strength to step forward. And these circumstances are good. Energy is never wasted. And I don't feel like that is an ending. It's just a completion. You've hit a limit within your own self, and you know not to invest any longer, so you've got to walk away from it. And for some of you, this is a message of, if you've been too long in a project and you continue to create, problem solve, being solution oriented, and you just can't see a way any longer, walk away. You need a fresh perspective. You need to get away from it so that you can have a different vision of it. And get some rest. Go take a nap. Come back. Look at it with fresh eyes. And see the light, for crying out loud, right? Judgment card. Great. But, again, the artwork is flowing into the message I'm feeling in the cards. This light is right in her face. Sometimes you have to step away to see the light. You invest, pour your energy into something. My guides are showing me a person sitting at their workbench trying to fix something, and they just can't see the solution. You got to step away and get a broader vision. The feeling is, though, my guides are bringing me back to the Death card, and they are emphasizing that we are the Death card. We are the one holding the scythe today, and we've made a decision that serves our highest and greatest energies and allows for us to be the highest frequency of love that we can be. And if we're investing that kind of energy into something that I'm going to pause right there because my guides are telling me to turn over the next card before I say more. Ace of Swords. Brilliant clarity. Everlasting strength. Okay, good. I'm glad they paused me. This is more about fresh perspective, and the universe is stepping in to show us that there's something more, that there's something different, and there's something we've not yet considered. And I love that the Ace of Swords in this deck is done in kind of a hermit meditation, even King of Swords-esque way. I know that was loaded. But yes, I see this man potentially as the King of Swords and or the Hermit. And I see the sword, of course, as the divine gift it is, clarity. And we have clarity shining right into her face here. When we see the Judgment card, we typically pull a couple more cards. I'm going to go with what's already here on the table, in that, what are we being called to? We're being called to step away from something we've been hard focusing on, which has not allowed us to have the full vision of what's in the periphery. And I don't feel that the Death card is here prematurely at all. It's not like we've chopped something off our foundation in a hasty way or before long consideration. I feel that the Strength card shows that we've put a lot of consideration and effort into situation, circumstance, relationship, project, whatever it is. And the energy is somehow not reciprocal. You are not getting out what you have put in, and it's not the purpose for why you've been putting it in. There's real inspiration for that. During the retrograde, though, something has become obvious to you that was a little less obvious to you, and you know you have to step in a different direction for a little bit. You have to set this down and go somewhere else and see the light there, and then maybe look back on this situation, whatever it is for you, and you'll have greater clarity. You'll have everlasting strength, and that will not be a struggle. The next set of cards, there were 4 that fell out together. Let's see what we've got. Yes, the Emperor again. I love this dude. I'm glad he's been showing up quite a bit lately as well, with the Death card in attendance so often. This shows that we are leveraging our wisdom and experience on this situation, and we are wisely taking things off the foundation for a while, setting things down, getting a new perspective, seeing contrast. And I have to back up a moment. My guides are reminding me that when we see the Judgment card, what are we being called to? We're being called to move on from something temporarily, it feels. Some of us, it's for good. Then what are you being called out of? And my feeling is we got called out of the micro focus with the Ace of Swords. If I didn't say that before, and I can't remember if I did, that's what my guides wanted me to repeat. Go into meditation, go into stillness, and broaden your vision. And then that will replenish your energy from how you have been contributing to something that has become wearisome to you, or just can't take the energy that you have to offer it. There's no more room for it, and stepping away will potentially allow for some expansion. So tap into your wisdom, your life experience, and maybe take a look at some similar situations in your world in hindsight. The Emperor definitely would. He's Aries fire too, so the chances are you're going to get lit right back up with the Strength energy, and the fresh perspective will lead you somewhere else, down a new path. Next card coming with is the Devil. Wow, look at the major arcana down on the table. Yeah, so this card is confirmation here. We've definitely been tangling with something in our thoughts, and my sense of it is our feelings have become this thorny vine, and as we're tangling with it, we can't see the red rose above. So there's something in the periphery, or there's something on the horizon that we're missing because we've had our head down at the workbench for quite a while and we haven't looked up. So we need a new perspective. Look at this. Then the Sun, another major arcana. There's 3 of them sitting right here. 5 total on the table so far. And the Sun is love, bliss, joy, happiness. It is the happiest card in tarot. So it's time that we look up, because there's something else. And then the last card, yes, Page of Cups. And it's on offer to us, and we haven't even been looking at it. We've missed it altogether, that's the feeling. So Page of Cups is Ace of Cups in her hands there. And The fish that jumps out of the cup represents our goals, dreams, and intentions becoming a reality. They're being made real. Your manifestation is birthing. This is the new beginning on the ending here with the death card, and we have to make way for that. My guides are saying go to meditation and stillness with yourself and set everything down. Get a fresh vision, because there is something staring you in the face, and I feel it's been on offer for quite some time. And because of our micro focus somewhere else, we're missing the bigger picture. For some of us, it's going to be an epiphany, which, you know, we've seen that message come frequently in the readings recently as well. Some kind of an epiphany. Wouldn't it be cool if it happened like this on the judgment card? Oh, ah, and then you hear the angels singing. But more likely it's going to be the way I described it the other day. When you're cleaning something up off the kitchen floor. A really mundane moment, and then, you know, the dawning of realization hits you right smack in the face. Which is wonderful. However it happens, the fact that it happens at all is amazing. So for some, it's going to be a micro focus on a project, a thing, I feel. I really do see the person at the workbench. And for others, it's going to be something you've been investing in self-relationship that is not really to your greater benefit. And beyond that, for some, you are walking away from a relationship. And it may be that you're just taking a time out there because you need a fresh perspective. And perhaps you have some old thoughts, some old ways of being that you finally noticed within yourself that have no place in this relationship. Maybe you're trying to do something in an old way that your foundation just doesn't support, and you finally recognize it. You see that light. You've been struggling with it within your own self, and you have to walk away from an old way of being within. You have to take up the scythe and knock that off your foundation. And it's bittersweet because it's familiar to you, but familiar isn't always better. Different is what you've been going for, praying for anyway. Gosh, we've seen that message in repetition for months. Back as far as the summer, we've been seeing that message pop up. And, you know, how many times have we said it here when we've turned over cards that if you want something different, you can't do it the same old way. And my sense is the retrograde has helped us see that. And now we know, sense, perceive intuitively, and more supernaturally even, that there's this beautiful red rose that is within this light, and we haven't been able to see it. Our manifestation is being made real, and it's in connection with the sun, the happiest card in tarot. The very things we have prayed for, manifested for, and contributed so much energy to are on offer to us, though they're coming in a way that's slightly different. So we have to stop looking at it in an old way, in a belief system, in a way that we've been conditioned. So go to meditation, get your brilliant clarity, tap back into your everlasting strength, stop struggling, wipe that old crap right off the foundation, and open your arms to receive the very different type of life experience that you've been praying for. Ooh, that's powerful. Okay, angel answers. You know what to do. Ask a question, confirmation. Ooh, they're falling out already. Look at this. Yes. Yes, big happy changes. Of course. And it's the happy that makes the changes. And you'll know, because if you've been investing in something too long and you don't feel happy, just stop. Get a fresh perspective, please. Tap your wisdom. Trust that you can channel what you need to know, too. All right, next. I love that big happy changes fell out. Ooh, that just warmed up my heart. Perfect. This is great reassurance for us because this Eight of Cups just feels so uncomfortable within us. We feel that if we set something down or we walk away from it, that a void will be left. And I feel if we walk away from it, there may be a temporary void, but it fills in really quick with love. So no need to worry. By being the love that you are, by stepping away, choosing to see the light, you make way for more. And it's right there waiting for you in the sun, in the Page of Cups. All right. Next. Ooh, this one again. Forgiveness. I think we saw this one on Monday. As I tell you, each time we receive that card, I don't elaborate on it. I figure we're all wise enough to know exactly where that's got to go. Start with yourself. Okay. One more. Another repeat for us this week. Ask your angels. Yes, if you're feeling uncertain, ask your angels. And ask the angels in your life, too. Those would be your nearest and dearest people. Check with them. Call your mom. They'll know. They'll have some beautiful bit to share with you. Ask your angels. Affirmation card for the day from the universe has your back. What do we have? Ooh, attack, pain, fear. Yikes. Do we want this one? Judgment. And any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay. Well, yes, because if you're feeling a disharmony at all, we have a tendency to flow right into fear. And we have the no need to worry card, which I did set that right on top of. So come into love. These could be triggers. Any of those words could fall into the category of triggers. If you're feeling any of them, you've drifted off of love, self-love. And bring the scythe to that BS and come back to love. All right? Our creature for the day, our spirit animal from Sawyer's Nature Portal deck. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with heron. I do think it is a heron. It certainly has the beak for it. And the feet for it. So, heron. Check that one out. That's a great message. Again, Animal Speak is a wonderful book to look these things up in if you've got it. Otherwise, Google it. But I know the heron is about having a foot in both worlds. And there's more, but it's for you to investigate. So, I'm going to go with heron. You look that up and see how spirit speaks to you. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. I love all your likes, shares, comments. Appreciate them. I've been reading them. Thank you. Have a beautiful Wednesday, peak of the week. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste, of course.